So before we get started today, guys, I just want to let you know it is currently 10 times entries for this C5 Corvette. That means every dollar you spend is one entry to make sure this car ends up in your driveway. Do not miss out on this opportunity. Make sure to check that link in the description down below to grab some merch and increase your chances of winning. All right, guys, there it is. Another pile of parts for the C5 Corvette from our friends over at AMT Custom Designs. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog, and welcome back to another mod video with the C5 Corvette. This one is going to be the last one before one of you guys takes home this beautiful car. All right, guys, so by now I'm sure you already know this is a giveaway C5 Corvette. I have done a bunch of mods to it, and today is the final video, the final group of mods that is getting done to this car. And sure enough, it comes to us from our friends over at AMT Custom Designs. You guys may remember them because we did some engine dress-up parts for the C5 Corvette. We also did their door sills, which are still looking absolutely gorgeous. A little bit dirty, but gorgeous still nonetheless. But they sent us a bunch more stuff. Check out those boxes. All of those boxes are filled to the brim with AMT Custom Designs parts for the C5 Corvette. Now, I've talked extensively with one of the owners there. His name is Kevin, and he is an absolute great person to talk with. He has a fantastic amount of knowledge with the C5 Corvette specifically, but with a lot of the Corvettes. They do a lot of stuff like this for the C7, the C8, the C6. I mean, it's just a never-ending supply of parts with Corvettes for them. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump into this one, guys. A lot of the stuff is going under the hood, but a part of this is going on the exterior here somewhere that's going to make a giant difference. So before we get into the new mods from AMT, we're going to go ahead and pop the hood and actually show you some of the old ones. For those of you who are new to the channel, I want you to see what AMT Custom Designs is capable of. So right off the bat, you can see the intake manifold cover right here is a hydro-dipped carbon fiber look, and it is absolute perfection. Now, they also did the air bridge here in the same kind of hydro-dipped carbon fiber, but they also filled in the C5 Corvette flags. Now, you guys may be peeping the air filters down there in the front. Those are actually from our friends over at Top Flight Automotive. We needed a cold air intake on this car, and Top Flight took care of it. And if you guys haven't seen that video, check it out. I'll link it to the top right of this video. The stock air filter was one of the nastiest things I've ever seen. All right, so let's start tearing into the parts that AMT sent us. They're all very nicely wrapped, of course. Got some styrofoam wrapping here, but guys, wait until you see what they're sending us. This stuff is, it blows my mind how great the quality is on this, but it is going to absolutely fit the C5 in a way that is going to be insane. So here is the first part, and it's hard to see in the shade here. Let's go into the sun. Yeah, there it is. It is bowling green metallic, guys. It is painted to match the exterior of the C5 Corvette, and I believe this is the fuse box cover right there. So boop, that will go right there. Really dress up the engine for you guys that are wanting to take this thing to a car show. Whoever wins this, you're gonna have some fantastic parts like this. And again, look at the quality here. It's got the same metallic flake. There is not a flaw in this thing. I love it. And here is the next part. I believe this is the Alternator cover. It is also painted perfect bowling green metallic. These guys always impress me. I don't know what it is. Every time I see the quality of this paint, it just blows me away. But anyway, I am thinking this is the Alternator cover. It looks like it is, so we're gonna set that aside. We're going to continue with the unboxing. I'll tell you what, guys, I know this is probably not overly entertaining for you. We're going to skip ahead to all these parts unboxed through the power of internet magic. So when AMT Custom Designs says they're going to hook you up, they hook you up. I mean, this entire collection of parts here is literally going to cover the complete engine bay and really just make it look fantastic. I mean, bowling green metallic is a really hard color to come by nowadays, and they have all these parts ready to go, some hydro dip carbon up there. And the best part is there's a hidden part still hiding right there that we're going to talk about in a minute. And I have another box upstairs, so there's literally more than this to go on this car right now. Like I said, guys, this is the last mods video. It is sad, but at the same time very exciting, because one of you guys is going to win this car and you're going to freaking love it. The car is fantastic as it is, and we keep making it better with these kind of custom design touches, and I love it. But anyway, guys, for those of you who don't know, check out that Borla exhaust, baby. These tips are finally straight. We are finally good to go, and the car sounds like a Corvette. I love it. Anyway, I'm gonna go upstairs, grab the other box, and we are gonna get everything ready to go. Because there's so many parts here, we gotta jump into this pretty quick, so I'll be right back.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
And we're back, guys. So the last box was a bunch of custom hydro-dipped with bowling green metallic ring caps for the engine bays. This thing is just going to be insanely custom. I'm so pumped. AMT Custom Designs makes some of the best quality stuff I've seen. I'm sure I've already mentioned that, but you'll see, guys. I mean, the paint job on these things is better than freaking OEM. I mean, it's mind-blowing. And this is the final video. Make sure you guys are entered to win this. I want to see someone who can appreciate this car as much as I do win this thing. I'm so excited to give this thing to somebody. You guys are going to absolutely love this thing. I'd kind of like to see it go to somebody who doesn't have a Corvette but really wants one, but at the same time, I know that previous Corvette owners can appreciate it. So honestly, I'm freaking pumped. One of you guys out there is going to win this car and you're going to love it as much as I do. But until then, we're going to load it up with mods, because we don't want to just give you a stock C5 Corvette. We want to give you something that you're going to enjoy, you're going to love, you're going to blow it up at car shows. Yeah, let's get into this. All right, so to start, we're going to go ahead and clean up some of the areas that I know are going to be getting covers here, because some of them actually apply with some double-sided tape. Some of this is a little bit dirty. We wanted to clean it up with some rubbing alcohol here to make sure everything sticks nicely, so whoever wins this car doesn't have to worry about this stuff coming off. Okay, so we are cleaned up. The first one we're going to do is actually the windshield washer tank here, and as you can see, I can't help but laugh every time I show these, because it is just such perfect condition, such a great example of perfect craftsmanship. I love it. So anyway, this is just going to go on there right underneath the washer cap there, but it does have a bunch of double-sided tape we're going to have to pull off first, stick it right in place, and then we are one step closer to that car show quality engine bay. We're going to go ahead and just stick it into place. Like I said, you're going to want to make sure it is all cleaned up beforehand. Check that out. That is unbelievable. All right, so what we're going to do next, I think, is this piece right here, right beside it. It is actually getting some hydro-dipped carbon fiber to kind of offset the bowling green metallic. So here is the hydro-dipped carbon. Again, just absolute perfection. Again, we got some double-sided tape here on the back. So we will just go ahead and slide this right down into place. It's got a little notch cut out for it. God, they even fit perfectly. I love it. Of course, guys, I'm going to give you a once over final shot once we get all these pieces installed, but I am loving this. The carbon fiber next to the bowling green metallic, it is a nice contrast. Next is going to be the brake fluid reservoir cover. So this is pretty nice. This is going to cover up a lot of the area here and really just finish off the engine bay. Again, we got some double-sided tape on the back, but it's also going to be held in place with the cap. So that means we got to remove the cap. With that off, we'll go ahead and put this in place. Yeah, man, I'm loving that. And then just put the cap back on. Check that out. And then we're going to come over to the other side, the passenger side of the car, and we're going to do something similar here, the fuse box and the battery cover. First, we're going to do the hydro dipped carbon piece that will go right here. And then we're going to do the coolant reservoir. For the coolant one, we actually have to remove the overflow tube here. So you can just pinch that with a pair of pliers, pop it off, and then this will fit on over top of it. The next one that's going to be really freaking awesome is this one right here, guys. This is actually going to cover up the battery area and kind of a little bit of the fuse box, but it's got that awesome Corvette flag right there in the bowling green metallic paint, which I'm going to show you once more because it's absolutely perfection. And yeah, this one's not held on with any kind of tape. It just kind of sits in there. Right after that, guys, we're going to go ahead and put the coolant cap on, which, like I said, is hydro-dipped carbon fiber, a bowling green metallic ring with your C5 Corvette, and it is held on with a piece of double-sided tape, but also a magnet. So that's a magnet right there. You could pop this off and off to get to the actual cap if you ever had to. So this is just a dress-up piece, but it looks really good with that bowling green metallic. And then afterwards, we'll go ahead and put the fuse box cover on, which will sit just like that inside of the battery cover. The next step is going to be the throttle body cover. So again, perfect bowling green metallic paint, one piece of double-sided tape. For the most part, this is kind of a press fit. You kind of snap it down into place, but that tape will help hold it there afterwards. Just like that. Now, for those of you wondering why that doesn't seem like it fits right up against it, AMT actually sent me a new intake manifold cover that has a little bit of an extended piece here that would fit right up against that throttle body, but I don't know if I want to do it. I like the carbon fiber look there better, but I will include these pieces for the new owner as well if you guys ever want to swap them out. It's just double-sided tape. I like the hydro dip better. If you agree, great, you'll have these as extras. If not, go ahead and throw them on there. Back over on the driver's side, the next step's going to be the bowling green metallic painted power steering reservoir cover right here, and that will be held on mostly by the actual cap as well as one strip of double-sided tape. So just like the other ones, we will go ahead and take the cap off first, stick this in place, and then put the cap back on. But of course, we are not done until we put the cap on. The hydro dipped bowling green metallic with that Corvette flag, and again, it is held on with a double-sided piece of tape with the magnet right there so you can actually get to the cap if need be. Just like that. Now, if I wanted to take this off to get to the actual cap, this is the double-sided piece of tape with the metal magnet part in it. And as you can see there, it's just a bare magnet, and you can snap it back on. So you can get it as nice and straight as you'd like for show car quality. And of course, none of this is complete without another cap for the windshield washer flip up part. So they make a special one that has cutout here that will fit over top of the plastic strap as well as the plastic part here to pop up. We got to have all these caps covered, you know? So it's the same kind of thing. We're just gonna slip it over and match up the parts here, push down until the double-sided tape adheres, and you're good to go. Oil cap. Next is the alternator cover. So again, painted bowling green metallic. We're going to slide this part down underneath the throttle body, and this shield here will kind of hide that alternator. It is also held on with magnets, so if you ever had to service the alternator, this will pop right off. And one of the last pieces, guys, is actually going to be a radiator shroud cover here. And you have to kind of take off the intake and pop it up out of place, as you can see I've done here. So you want to wait to install the throttle body cover if you get all these same pieces. That is what's sitting right there. Again, bowling green metallic with some double-sided tape. First, you'll go ahead and pop that grommet off that the intake tube actually sits on, and then you can slide on the new AMT Custom Designs piece. Just like that. And there's actually a pin right here and a pin over there that will help you align it up before you stick it down. Then we'll go ahead and snap the bushing back on. That's what will allow the stock intake tube to snap back down into place. We'll do the same thing on the other side, and then we are ready to put the intake tube back on and the throttle body cover back on. There it is, all back together. Now we're going to go ahead and put the throttle body cover back on. And then we'll go ahead and put the air bridge cover back in place. I think I'm leaving that the hydro dipped carbon fiber as well, which means once again you guys will have the hydro dipped carbon and the bowling green metallic to choose from. I'm going to leave the hydro dipped carbon on. The bowling green metallic will be in the trunk when you win this car, and then you can make up your mind which one you like better. It's super easy to change out though, guys. Like I said, this one is just purely a press fit, so you line it up with the connections here and you press down. That's it. That's how it's held on. And I know you're asking yourselves, Justin, are you sure you're not missing anything? Yes, I am, because by the way, AMT sent me another box that I totally forgot about. Yep, that's right. Custom painted valve covers. I mean, I don't even know what to say. This looks so freaking amazing. And of course, yeah, that's bowling green metallic on top of the hydro dip carbon fiber. It's going to cover up the stock black and red version. Actually, it's not going to cover it up. I'm sorry. It's a total replacement. It's literally going to snap in place of those. So we're going to get rid of the red, and we're going with all green here, baby. Now again, these things look absolutely fantastic. The Corvette lettering, bowling green metallic, and it is underneath the clear coat of the hydro dipped carbon. Yeah, let's get these on. So to get these on is relatively easy. These stock pieces actually just kind of pop off. They're just held in there with like some rubber grommets. And then of course we will just pop all four sides here, and then it will kind of lift out of place around the fuel line. And then of course the new one goes on just the opposite of the old one. So we'll just kind of slide the fuel line in there. Just like that. Now guys, this looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, check out the difference there between stock and custom painted, hydro dipped, all the good stuff. So for the passenger side one, it's kind of the same thing, but we're gonna have to go ahead and take off this oil cap first, which like I said is held on with a magnet. You can kind of see it right there. And then we're gonna unscrew this, and then we can go ahead and pop this up just like we did the driver's side, and out of the way. And then on goes the new one, same way as the stock one came off, only it's gonna look a lot freaking awesome. And there it is. Then we'll go ahead and put the oil cap back on and the cover back on. Check that out. God, does that look freaking good. Guys, look at this. I mean, freaking blown away by AMT Custom Designs. That is some of the best looking stuff I have ever seen. I am very impressed. All right, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Check out what the engine bay looks like after all of these dress-up pieces. I am absolutely loving it. This thing is basically a show car at this point. Once the car is cleaned up, which it will be detailed for you guys before you pick up this car as your own. It is literally going to look like a show car when it's all ready to go. I'll be honest with you guys, this is one of the best C5s I have ever experienced, and it keeps getting better and better and better. But tonight at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, someone is going to win this. Now, I will announce that winner probably early next week because I have to take all of the results and send them over to the sweepstakes company. They will be the one that chooses the winner, and then they'll send me that information. And then my salesman, Mike Monterazzo at Klick Lewis Chevrolet, and myself will make that phone call to let you know you have won this car. You will get a call from a phone number starting with either 717 or 724. So be sure to take those phone calls as your own and do not allow that to go to voicemail, because if you're getting that call, you won. Now, for those of you out there who remember me saying in the beginning that there was something that was going to go on the exterior of this car as well, I haven't forgotten about you. But what we have run into is a time concern. I want to get this video up as soon as possible, so this particular package here from AMT Custom Designs is going to remain a mystery until you win. Now, even if you don't win, I will make a video on this that will come out after the giveaway, but you're going to see this on the car when you pick it up, and trust me, you're going to freaking love it. And AMT Custom Designs makes some fabulous, fantastic, ridiculously good products. This is no exception, but we're going to keep this one a secret for now. That is not going to be visible until the person who wins this car picks it up. And then, of course, like I said, I will put out the video showing what it was we did. For now, shoot some guesses down into the comment section below. Let me know what you think it might be. But guys, we are done with the video. We are done with the mods with this car for the most part. This is how it's going to be delivered, other than the fact it is going to be fully detailed by blackout tinting right before the car is picked up. So this thing is going to be absolutely perfected, and it already looks really good. Even dirty, this car is just absolutely fantastic looking. Anyway, guys, like I said, if you haven't entered yet, please do. You only have a couple hours left before this thing is officially done. So jump into the description down below, grab some merch, get entered. This car could be yours. But for now, guys, that's it. That's going to do it for the video. If you liked what you saw, smash that thumbs up button. Don't forget to get entered with this car, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Ooh, guys, what could it be? What could be in that package right there? Winner is going to get to see this before anybody else. Stay tuned, guys.